Today's video. Today I'm doing a deep dive into the 2024 presidential elections, and I'm going over today the state of North Dakota. North Dakota is a very interesting state at the presidential level in that it is seen as a solidly Republican state. So when it comes every 4 years for a presidential election, it doesn't get really any attention because we know usually how it's going to go. So I'm very interested to break down the state of North Dakota and look at some of the counties, which again does not get a ton of attention in the media. So this should be very interesting and hopefully enlightening. Looking at the history of North Dakota presidential elections, in the last 3 elections, in 2020, Donald Trump won the state by 33.4% of the vote. In 2016, Donald Trump won the state by 35.7% of the vote. And in 2012, Mitt Romney, the Republican challenger against Barack Obama, won the state by 19.6% of the vote. Unfortunately for 2024, as I mentioned, since North Dakota does not get a ton of attention, it also does not get a ton of polling information. Where I was looking up for some polling averages in the state of North Dakota, and I was unable to find any. So unfortunately, we do not have any polling average data to go off of for this video when it comes time to make my prediction. But not to worry, because I'm also going to be using some other factors as well to make it. The national vote for the last few elections, in 2020, Joe Biden won the popular vote by 4.4% nationwide. 2016, Hillary Clinton won the national popular vote by 2.1% nationwide. And in 2012, it was won by Barack Obama by 3.9% popular vote nationwide. Currently in the 2024 head-to-head national polling average, Kamala Harris has a lead of 1.8%, which is 0.3% behind Hillary Clinton's 2.1% in 2016, and it's almost double behind the average margin result of 3.5% across all of the last 3 elections when you add them up and then divide them. So Harris is certainly running behind where she would definitely like to be right now at this point in the election. Of course, though, we still have a long time to election day, so we'll have to wait and see how that all ends up going. Looking at North Dakota's vote compared to the national vote, in 2020, North Dakota voted 37.8% more Republican than the popular vote of the nation. 2016, it did the exact same, 37.8% more Republican than the popular vote. And in 2012, it voted 23.5% more Republican than the popular vote, leading to an average difference of 33% more Republican than the popular vote of the nation as a whole. Certainly a very reliable Republican state at the presidential level. Looking at some presidential forecasts for North Dakota in 2024, unsurprisingly, Realtor Politics has the state as solid for Donald Trump. Sabados Crystal Ball has it for safe for Donald Trump. Inside Elections has it as solid for Trump. Decision Desk HQ in the Hill has it as safe for Trump. And Cook Political Report has it as solid for Trump. So complete agreement across all of these pollsters. North Dakota is going to be a safe, solid Donald Trump state. Some key counties I'm watching for in the state of North Dakota. There aren't a ton of too many competitive ones, and if they are, they're not very big in population. So I picked some counties that I'm particularly watching. The first one is Burleigh County, which is where Bismarck, North Dakota is, which is the capital of the state. This county is a very heavily Republican county, but however, seeing that the capital is there, I think this is what a large amount of people are going to be voting in this county, so I thought it was worth mentioning. It was 31.9% win for Romney in 2012, 45.1% for Trump in 2016, and 40.2% for Trump in 2020. Grand Forks County, obviously is where the town of Grand Forks is from. In 2012, it voted for Romney by 3.4%. 2016 was 18.1%, and 2020 was 13.3%. This one I'm particularly interested in because it was a 15-point jump from 2012 to 2016, and then a 5-point decrease from 2016 to 2020. I'm interested to see how this one comes in 2024, and seeing if there's any movement from the 2020 numbers, either up or down, which may have greater implications for a future election, like 2028 or something. But for now, I'm very interested just to see if Grand Forks moves up or down in the Republican or Democratic direction. Cass County, this is one where I think right now is probably the most competitive of all the counties in the state of North Dakota. This is where the town of Fargo is. It was won by Mitt Romney by 2.9% in 2012, 10.5% by Trump in 2016, and then only 2.7% by Trump in 2020. So it went up over about 8% of the vote from 12 to 16, and then went down about 8% of the vote from 16 to 20. I'm very interested to see how this county goes, because if there is any counties that Harris is looking at in North Dakota, where they may have been red in 2020 and maybe blue in 2024, this might be a county to watch for as a potential flip. I'm not sure if it will, but it's certainly one that if it is going to flip, this would be the most likely one for me, looking at the map, that I think I could see happening. The next one's Rolette County, where it's 49.7% won by Obama in 2012, 23.5% win by Clinton in 2016, and then a 32.2% win by Biden in 2020. There aren't many Democratic counties in North Dakota, and I wanted to find a few. Rolette and Sioux are two of the only counties I could really find consistently across the last three elections. Sioux had 59% win for Obama in 2012, 40.4% for Clinton in 2016, and 46% in 2020 for Joe Biden. And looking at the 2020 state of North Dakota key counties on the map, it was won by Donald Trump by 65.1% of the vote to Joe Biden's 31.8%. In Burleigh County, it was 68.5 to 28.3 advantage for Trump. Sioux County was 67.8 to 21.8 advantage for Biden. Rolette County was 65.3 to 33 advantage Biden. Grand Forks 54.9 to 41.6 advantage Trump. And Cass County 49.5 to 46.8, very, very close advantage for Trump. 2016, Trump versus Clinton. Trump got 63% of the vote. Clinton got 27.2. Burleigh County was 67.8 to 22.7 in favor of Trump. Sioux County was 61.5 to 21.8 for Clinton. Rolette was 55.9 to 32.4 for Clinton. Grand Forks was 53.8 to 35.7 for Trump. Cass County was 49.3 to 38.8 advantage Trump. I also just really briefly want to talk about Benson County right here, where Benson only voted for Trump in 2016 by 4.3% of the vote. And in 2020, it became a very solid Republican county, but only 4.3% in 2016. Because as we go to 2012, Benson County, funny enough, actually flipped from Barack Obama to Donald Trump from 2012 to 2016. In 2012, Mitt Romney carried the state of North Dakota statewide to 58.3%. Obama got 38.7%. Burleigh County was 64.4 to 32.6. Sioux County 78.7 to 19.7, even more Democratic in the last two elections. Rolette County was 73.7 to 24 in favor of Obama. Grand Forks 50.2 to 46.7, a lot closer, but Romney won there. And Cass County 49.9 to 47, advantage Romney, again a lot closer. You'll notice in the 2012 election, obviously Romney did the poorest of the last three elections for North Dakota. Romney had the lowest numbers for the Republicans, so it makes sense that there would be a lot more blue across the state. For instance, in Benson County, in Steele County, in Ransom County, Sargent County, and increased margins in Rolette and in Sioux. It makes sense that Romney did worse than Trump in these counties, especially considering his margin of victory was smaller. But still, nonetheless, very, very interesting. We also saw some Republican counties, like right here in Towner and Ramsey and Nelson, Grand Forks, Trail, and Cass. The margins in which Romney won them were also smaller than Trump. So I just felt that was worth noting as well. Looking at the North Dakota president parties, what they're going to get, in 2020, Donald Trump got 65.1% of the vote in North Dakota. In 2016, Donald Trump got 63% of the vote in North Dakota. In 2012, Romney got 58.3%. And that led it to an average for 2024 of 51.5 on the low end to 71.9 on the high end. How Donald Trump does in 2024 is anyone's guess. On the average of the last three elections is 62.1% of the vote. And without concrete polling data, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to try and predict how much Trump will get. I think something around 2020 and 2016 is more likely than what Romney got in 2012. On the Democratic side, in 2020, Joe Biden got 31.8% of the vote. 2016, Hillary Clinton got 27.2% of the vote. And in 2012, Barack Obama got 38.7% of the vote. This led to a larger range between 15.7% on the low end for the Democrats and 50.2% on the high end for the Democrats. I think certainly 50.2% will not be happening on election night. But again, without the polling data, this one's going to be a little harder to predict. The average across the last three elections was 32.6% of the vote. I think it's more likely than not the average percentage of the vote is going to be a lot closer than what the high end of 2012 would be. But again, it's still anyone's guess right now without the polling data being able to factor in. So for the state of North Dakota and its three electoral votes, my prediction, unsurprisingly, is that Donald Trump will win. And I have him getting 66.1% of the vote, outperforming the average of the last three elections by about 4 percentage points. And Kamala Harris gets 31.6%, only underperforming Joe Biden's totals from 2020 by about 0.2%. And I think Kamala Harris will slightly do worse than Biden, but definitely do better than Hillary Clinton did in this state. I don't think the numbers Barack Obama got in 2012 is necessarily attainable, considering Trump has been polling both in 2016 and 2020 far better than Romney ever did. So I don't think it's really too realistic to expect Harris to gain like 4 or 5% of the vote in North Dakota when Trump is running so strong. But I don't think she's going to totally fall off in the state and go down to Hillary Clinton's numbers from 2016 either. So 66.1 for Trump, 31.6 for Harris. Going to the 2024 electoral map, right now Kamala Harris has 96 electoral votes. Donald Trump has 40. This is after I've given Harris the states of Washington, Oregon, California, Colorado, New Mexico, and Hawaii. I've given Donald Trump the states of Alaska, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and now the state of North Dakota. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to stay tuned because I'll be having the state of South Dakota coming out very, very soon in the not too distant future. So I hope you stay tuned for that. In the meantime, I'm going to show you a sneak peek now of my 2024 election night video that I did where I make the call in the state of North Dakota on election night. Please enjoy. It is now 9 p.m. on the East Coast, and we have a second huge poll closings of the night, including several key, very important battleground states. The states with their polls closing right now are Arizona, Colorado, Kansas, Louisiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Mexico, New York, North Dakota, South Dakota, Texas, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. Now let's take a look at what projections we can make at this time. Now we go to North Dakota, where its 3 electoral votes are won by Donald Trump. That will do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a like. And if you really liked it, please remember to click the subscribe button. And make sure you turn post notifications on so you always get notified when I post a new video. That way you never miss one. Also, please remember to share this video with your friends and family if you really, really, really like the video. And remember to stay tuned because I'll be posting at least one video every single day leading up until Election Day. So I'd really appreciate it if you keep coming back and watching those videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.